Hi, I'm Ross Newham and you're watching Natural Aesthetics. This is going to be a very brief video showcasing my physique transformation over the last 6 weeks. This isn't an extreme transformation. If you want to see one of those, then check out some of my older videos. I'll put a link in the description box below. This is just me implementing a few simple changes into my protocol to ensure I lost some body weight whilst regaining some of the muscle mass that I'd lost during the lockdown period. Both of these photo shoots are without a pump. The angle's a little bit skewed, so it's not perhaps a true representation of the change. But rest assured, I'm now leaner and more muscular than I was 6 weeks ago, and this is how I've done it. So diet. First and foremost, use MyFitnessPal. Track your calories. It just makes it easier, makes it more consistent and reliable in the long run. Very hard to know, how to go about losing weight if you're not sure how much you're eating. So MyFitnessPal, and you can see the macros there. Nothing too crazy. I would actually probably increase my carbohydrates now and still continue to lose body weight. It's just the way the body works. Post-COVID, you're in a very weak position with less muscle mass than you usually have. So felt like I could kind of get away with that. Fats are very important to keep quite low. You can then get away with more moderate to high carbohydrate amounts, which is really going to help out your training. If the fat goes too high, then you can't get away with that carbohydrate intake and you're going to start noticing an increase in body fat. So I tracked 6 days out of 7, had a day off where I wasn't really concerned about tracking calories, and that seemed to do the trick. So the protocol I used, very, very simple, a push-pull workout. The first 2 weeks were 4 days a week. The second, or rather the third and fourth week, were 5 days of training. So push, pull, push, pull, push. And then the next week would be pull, push, pull, push, pull. And then the last 2 weeks of the training, so week 5 and 6, I was training 6 days a week. Push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. And the intensity of the sessions increased. I went to failure on some of the sets and past failure using advanced techniques on some of the sets. Pretty simple stuff though. And the reason why I did that was just to kind of gradually increase the amount of work I was doing in the gym, get my body used to the high frequency training approach and the larger amounts of sets that I'll be doing each week, rather than kind of going in 100% to start with. It just wouldn't be as effective in my opinion. So then the cardio really didn't do too much at all, to be honest. Didn't really need to on the calories that I was on. 1 to 3 sessions a week. For the most part, I'd say about 70% of it was just walking, 20-minute sessions, really, really light walking. I did some boxing during weeks 2 and 3, I believe. Had to actually stop that because I was losing weight too fast, and the main focus was to rebuild muscle. I didn't want to be too aggressive with the weight loss. There was no need to be. That's something you could utilise later on when you maybe hit a plateau, more intense forms of cardio. I also did some bodyweight circuits, and again, they're super, super effective. As I mentioned in my body fat circuit videos, they're more than likely, if you do them frequently, put you in a position where you can lose a lot of body fat. So it's not something I wanted to utilise too much of. You have to think of weight loss as almost like a layering technique. You start out with the minimal work that you can do in terms of cardio, that is. What's the least you can get away with? And in terms of the food, what's the most you can get away with? And then once you start slowing down, then you maybe drop a few calories, or you increase the amount of cardio you do, or you increase the sessions of your cardio per week, or you maybe add in some higher intensity cardio. It's as simple as that. Do the minimal that you can get away with, eat the most food that you can get away with until it stops working, and then drop the food and increase the cardio. And that's how you go about losing a large amount of body fat, guys. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to see more. Check out my Instagram page. The link is in the description box below. Stay strong.